Hello, how are you? It's Al here. It is day 4 of our social selling agent launch. Today we're going to talk about product market fit. As you know, in the prior 3 videos, video 1 talked about tech not being a moat, how community is a moat, engaged community, I should say. Video number 2, we talked about the choice of going B2B and B2C. And this new category I created called P2P. I got to go look at that video to check that out. Yesterday I talked about, it was a little bit off track, but I talked about bugs. It was a real, a reality check. For anybody launching product, they get that. Today we're going to talk about product market fit, right? So let's talk about product market fit, PMF, when it comes to traditional metrics. So let's start pre-AI. Let's go pre-AI first, right? So pre-AI, or even, while AI is here, I think there's a different metric that comes into play now. How do you know you have product market fit? And how long does it take, right? So I would say pre-AI, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 18 months. And some of the metrics around it is if you lost 40% of your users, would they miss the product? Product market fit did 10% of your early adopters convert into a paid model. In a SaaS model, that's 2 and 5%, small numbers, when you think about it. It's much more of, instead of you pushing, trying to sell it, word of mouth. People are just coming and using your product, and there is, I think it was Andreessen who said product market fit has a feeling to it, right? Like people are coming and using it before you can even put it out the door, they're there. I think we can all say that ChatGPT, under that traditional metric, got product market fit right out the door, right? So it was not 6 to 18 months. So here you start seeing the difference with AI. Product market fit does not require a lot of time. And that's a double-edged sword, right? Because here's the double-edged sword about product market fit in an AI world, and then I'm going to talk about an AI agent world. In an AI world, because the technology is so new and shiny, you can have a lot of false positives. You think you have product market fit coming out the door. There's this whole wow factor. But here's the thing. If they don't stay and they don't convert, then it was just a wow moment, right? So you have to be really careful about that. And here's the thing when it now comes to AI agents, right? And, there's not this historic. So I want to say this to everybody who's, trying to put an AI agent out there. There are not historic benchmarks and numbers around AI agents for us to go, okay, well, historically, this is what, product market fit looks like. There is none. Like we're all in the thick of it right now. Real life. What does that look like? And I actually do not think it's product market fit is the right word. I think it's trust market fit. I think if it's anything, particularly if I look at what we built with our social selling agent and the majority of agents that are out there, trust market fit looks and sounds a little bit like, do I trust this agent or this AI agent with my identity, my voice, my reputation, and in our case, even your networks, even if it hallucinates? Really, do I trust the guardrails around all of this to go, here, I'm going to give you the keys to me, my identity, my life, how I operate. It's a different kind of fit, right? It's a very different kind of fit and a different kind of metric. And I'm very, very conscious of that. And I'm also very conscious in this trust market fit to not get mixed up with product market fit. There are a lot of sales teams and HR teams who have seen our product and said, "Oh my God, I would immediately take that and run it across my sales teams and run it across my HR recruitment teams." But here's the thing: I didn't build this for it to be a spammy, low-level, connect across platforms. I am curating my market and who and why I built this. I built this for leaders, experts, people who understand the value of social capital, who are genuinely interested in leveraging and creating human connections with their networks, realizing that community and an ecosystem is what is actually going to matter the most in this AI world. So that is an entirely different kind of trust market fit that looks very different from what might be a very high demand PMF versus what I'm looking for, which is this TMF. So keep that in mind in this AI agent world. I think you know that you have done it right when what you have built disappears and becomes a natural part of the life and work of the intended beneficiaries. And I think that is when you actually have PMF, TMF, whatever it is you want to call it, and a real moat. Thank you. I hope this was helpful today.